Hey, you guys, it's your girl Bree. What's up? I just come with y'all to talk a little bit, and I want to talk about how people be betraying their own self. People be betraying their own self by thinking that someone else is their enemy, by thinking that someone else is in competition with them. Nobody's in competition with nobody, but people will make you an enemy that you don't even know. People will have a problem with you. You don't even know the people who have a problem with you. People will have a problem with you because they see your light. People will have a problem with you because somebody else is in love with you. People will have a problem with you just because of who you are, your true authentic self. And because they don't know how to be real with themselves. They don't know who their self is. So they'll have a problem with you. They'll have a problem with you and don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? I was taught as a little person, do not misjudge nobody. How can I say that I don't like somebody if I don't get to know them? You cannot dislike somebody if you don't know them. You're judging somebody by what they go off because they look better than you. They're prettier than you. And that's another thing. People always try to downplay somebody else to try to make themselves look good, but in actuality, all they do is look stupid by trying to downplay somebody else. You are who you are. Whoever God created you to be, that's who you are. Trying to be somebody else, trying to fit in and have somebody else's lifestyle is not going to work for you. In the end, all you're going to do is be miserable. Because guess what? No matter how many promises the devil has made you, no matter how many times the devil has blessed you with something that you have asked him for, you have to pay what you have laid in. You hear me? You made that bed, you have to pay him. He's going to collect from you. You understand what I'm saying? Then everybody's going to see your true self, who you are, the person that you really are. You only can wear a mask for so long and try to betray and try to be somebody else instead of being yourself. That's one thing. Anybody who be around me or know me will say that I am myself. It's nobody on this earth that I want to be. And that's what you need to learn how to be. You need to learn how to be yourself because there's nobody else that can do it like you. They can't talk like you. They can't walk like you. They can't dress like you. Man, listen, it could be a million of us. All shapes and sizes. All have the same outfit on. That still don't mean that they're going to rock it like you. Everybody have a different swagger. Everybody have something different about themselves. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care if you go pay to get your body done to be exactly just like that person. That person still got that one unique thing about their self. That's just what it is. People be secretly trying to be your enemy because you are you. And they want you to be something that you're not. Always be your true self. I don't care who don't fool with you, who don't like you. Always be true to thyself. When you learn to be true to thyself, God is going to bless you more. Because when you're true to yourself, that means you're true to God. You understand what I'm saying? And when you're true to Him, guess what? The blessings overflow in your life. But you got to learn to be honest within yourself. You got to learn to let the devil know. And these folks know, listen, devil, I might not be this. I might not be the richest. I might not have this kind of car. I might not have my own home. I might not have this, but what I do have, I am very grateful for it. And when it's my time, it's my time. And when it's my season, it's my season. And what's for me, it's for me. Y'all have to start learning to let the devil know that. See, because the devil paint pictures for you, and y'all fall for the stuff that y'all fall for the pictures that the devil didn't paint it for y'all. Then y'all got yourself all wrapped up in the system, wrapped up in this, wrapped up in that, and then you living in regret. Now you living in regret for the things that you did because you was jealous and intimidated by somebody else instead of just being yourself. People will love you more. People will respect you more when you be your true, authentic self. But if you don't know how to be yourself, that is a problem. You need to sit down and have a self-evaluation because there's nobody on this earth that I would want to be but me. I don't want to be like nobody whatsoever. I want to be my true, authentic self. You have to learn to get there with yourself. See, a lot of issues start with men and women, start from when they're young. Their parents tear them down. Their parents tell them this and tell them that. And then all their life, they grow up, they don't heal their childhood wounds, and they grow up with insecurities. So as they insecure, they'll try to be a bully to somebody else and try to tear somebody else down to make their self feel good because that's what their parents did to them. Y'all got to learn how to stop changing the cycles, how to make things different. Make life better for yourself. Better for your children, better for the people that surround you. If you're not encouraging anybody, you bringing them down. And I'm not talking about fake encouraging somebody. I'm talking about why they in your face, you cheering for them, but behind their back, you deep down wishing on their downfall. See, a lot of people will smile in your face. A lot of people will lay next to you. A lot of people will tell you that they love you. But at the same time, they doing stuff behind your back for you to fall. You understand what I'm saying? And people fail to realize what is done in the dark comes to the light. Anything that you wished and prayed for me is going to come back to you double for your trouble, baby. If you wish something, if you pointed a finger at somebody and you wish for that person to die, if you wish that person to lose everything, if you wish for this person's children to be harmed, whatever you wish for is going to come back on yours double, because you did something to somebody who is not worried about you, who's not wishing stuff on you. Y'all have to learn this. Everybody is not evil. Everybody does not want to hurt people. A lot of people is in this earth, on this earth, to love people, encourage people. A lot of people want what's best for people. But then I have some people who just evil, just jealous, just hateful, just mad all the time. No matter what you can do, they still not clapping for you. No matter how much you give them, they're still not happy when they give. They still gonna stab you in the back and still trying to take more. You can give them 50%. You can split the money down the middle. You heard me? They still gonna stab you. Stab you every which way with every sword you had given. With all that money that you have given them, they would still take all that money that you give you and still trying to put hex, curses, and all the rest of that up on you, because they are jealous and they're intimidated of you. A lot of people will get behind the scenes with their mothers, with their sisters, their brothers, their baby mamas, their karmic side chicks, all the rest of this stuff, to try to hurt you because they're intimidated of the power that you possess in you. See, when you master who you are and you know who you are, what somebody say about you, it doesn't affect you. You don't clear nothing up. You just sit down and let them talk, because you know none of the stuff that they're saying is true. So you sit down and you let them talk because your character speaks for itself. You do not have to defend yourself at all. But these people who lied on you and said all these things about you, now they're trying to defend their character. Oh, it was the drugs. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. Nah. You heard me? You call a spade a spade. It was you. You did it because you was jealous. You did it because you was intimidated. You did it because that's what you choose to do. You did it because you unhealed. Okay? You unhealed and you mad because you're talking to somebody who been through a lot and that is healed. That's why. See, people don't, when people know what you've been through in life and know things that you overcame, they try to use that against you. They try to use what you've been through. Oh yeah, you know, they've been through this, and this, and this, and that. And they try to play on your weaknesses, not to know that you are strong and that thing don't hit the same no more. It doesn't bother you no more. So when somebody talk about when you was this, when you was growing up, when this happened to you, when you was growing up, when this, and happened, none of that stuff fazes you no more, because you have already overcame all that. You overcame everything that you need to overcome, and you did everything that you needed to do. And they don't like that. They don't like that you overcame what you needed to overcome. They don't like that they can't tear you down. They don't like that they can't belittle you. They don't like because nothing they say about you is moving you. See, that's why I let people talk. And you have to learn to let people talk, because eventually they will make an ass of themselves. You heard me? Eventually, all the words they said, they would bite. They would have to bite them of what they said about you. You understand what I'm saying? See, listen. Somebody would say they love you and know somebody is lying on you, know somebody defamating your character, and they would still stand up there and protect that other person instead of protecting you. So people would know that, and that's how they would play the game. They would play the game raw and allow people to speak down on you, knowing that that's not the truth what people say, and then later on they will regret it. When they had all opportunity to speak up for you, they didn't speak up for you. They lied and threw you under the bus. You heard me? Then these same people that threw you under a bus will come and have the audacity to try to ask you to save them. You ain't Captain Saver. You ain't saving nobody. Don't save nobody unless they want to save themselves. You see, because let me tell you something. When you were ministering, when you were encouraging, when you were feeding, when you was doing all this stuff to these people, they were trying to hit you where it hurt. They were trying to hit you below the belt, baby. They were trying to take you out. But see, you stood firm. You stood firm because you know who you were. You understand? A lot of y'all had women doing all kind of nasty stuff behind the scenes to make y'all stay with them, to make y'all not be into y'all full potential. Y'all mamas, y'all aunties, Y'all sisters, a lot of people played a part in trying to demise you and try to assassinate your character and try to say you was this and try to say you was that, okay? A lot of y'all family, a lot of us women, it was men that we rejected, men that we fed, men that we rode for. It was brothers, sisters, uncles. It was all them that lied on us, spoke stuff about us that was not even true. You see, sometimes your enemy be right in the same household with you. Sometimes your enemy be your family. You'll be thinking that it's a stranger. Nah, it be the people that you know. It be the people that you know, baby, that's smiling in your face. It be them that be the snakes. It be you. And then they'll get in your mind and try to make you think somebody else your ops. The whole time it's them your true ops. So that's why you got to stay in tune with yourself. That's why you got to stay prayed up so that you can know who your ops is. Because these people were your ops. They were your true ops. They wasn't for you. They didn't want you to outshine them. They didn't want you to fulfill your purpose. They didn't want you to be what God has called you to be. They didn't want you to do anything that you was called to do because they didn't do it. They didn't do it. You heard me? They're karmics. You heard me? Nobody never loved them. Nobody never cared about them. So people always say weak people hurt weak people. Weak people hurt people. Now, I don't believe in that. And you're not about to make me believe that. See, let me tell you something. I've been hurt before. And I would never, you heard me, inflict pain on anybody like I have felt hurt before. See, when you unhealed people hurt people. See, when you healed, you don't want to hurt nobody. If you see somebody going through something, you encourage them and let them know your story and your testimony on how you overcame that thing. That's what you do. You don't try to tear them people down. You don't judge them people, you don't do anything. But you let them know, hey Ashley, hey John, hey, you know, I went through that same thing. Let me tell you what I did. I stopped worrying and I started worshiping. I started praying and praising. I stopped looking at my problems and looking at the bigger picture. You heard me? I started looking at those things. When I was going through, I started looking. When they thought they had me depressed, they thought I was depressed. They just didn't know, I was pressing forward. That's what I was doing. I wasn't in depression. I was pressing forward. Okay? You got to learn how to encourage somebody else when they're going through. You see, because your family, your frenemies, and all these people who claim they say know you but don't know nothing about you, they might be quick to put their mouth on you and have something to say. All these people that are jealous and intimidated by you, you continue to pray for those people because those people are lost. See, those are the type of people that put on this facade on social media, in society, in group settings, like they just have it all together. And behind closed doors, baby, it's nothing. They don't have it together. They put on a facade. You heard me? They wear this mask for you. They made this mask for the public to do that. They soul so dark and empty. They have no soul. But they'll make you feel like they do. They'll go to Google and paste a scripture or a quote to make you feel like they know God. God know them. God say, get from around because I do not know you. God know them. He don't know them. He know nothing about them. And they don't know God either. Because if you knew God, and if you knew who God was, you wouldn't do anything to anybody. Because God say, touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. So that means, don't put your mouth on nobody. Don't try to hurt nobody. Don't do any of that because you don't know who God's chosen one is. You don't know who you entertaining. You don't know who's an angel. You don't know none of that. See, but when a person is truly who they are, you see the goodness in everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Dark people, light people, whatever, you see the goodness in it and you try to encourage them to get out of that. You try to encourage them to turn from their wicked ways. See, a lot of people, they so wrapped up, tangled up, and tied up in with the lies that the enemy has then told them. They're losing everything. But listen, in the midst of them losing everything right now, they're going to take a whole bunch of people down with them. A whole bunch of people is getting sick. Family members are dying. They're losing their houses. They're losing their cars. They're losing money. Children dying. They're doing all this because somebody else was miserable, jealous, and dark. But they painted a picture. See, that's why I tell people all the time, you got to learn how to study to show thyself approval, baby. You can't go by anything anybody tell you, not even me. You heard me? Make sure that you dot your I's and crossing your T's. You understand? Make sure when I tell you something, you're double checking and you're praying and asking God to show you what's real and what's not fake, what's not real. Because people be out here and they spreading fakeness. People be out here and they don't keep it real because they don't know who they are to keep it real. You understand? My main thing is, how can somebody be real with you and they fake what they self? They fake what they self. You heard me? They can't be real with they self. You heard me? And they look in the mirror, they get their body done, they go get this, go get that to be something that they're not. You understand? They go do all the rest of this because they see somebody else. They're copycats. Nobody want to be original no more. Nobody want to be their true authentic self. Nobody want to go back to the days where you were you. Society has made these people feel like they gotta have this, they gotta be this way, they gotta be that way. Society has made these women think that the only way they can get them a good man is they got a big butt and a whole bunch of silicone breasts. You heard me? They make these women think that. It make these men think you got to be a dope dealer. You got to have a Ferrari, a Benz, a Lamborghini, and all the rest of this to get a good girl. You don't have to have all that. When you true, authentic, and real with yourself, a real one gonna stick with you. A real one gonna come with you. Somebody that's real though. Somebody who really knows they self. You heard me? I'm talking about really knows every inch of you. Somebody who's not ashamed to be their self in front of you. You heard me? This is me. Take me how I am or leave me alone. That's how it is. Not nobody fake. You don't want nobody fake around you. You heard me? You don't want nobody fake around. You want everybody to keep it trill with you. Because you keep it trill with yourself. You're not in denial about nothing. And that's how you have to get. Because when people... See, listen. One thing, two things for sure. People will copy you, try to copy you all the other. But they can never be the original, baby. They can never be the original, baby. No matter what they do or how they try to do it, they can never. You hear me? Never, baby. Be the original, because it's only one you. It's only one you. You may bend, but I promise you, you ain't gonna break. And you gotta learn that. You gotta learn that. See, when these people around here doing all this stuff and doing all that, you laugh, because it be funny. You laugh. See, but when you content within yourself, stuff don't bother you. Stuff don't even bother you like it used to bother you. You heard me? Like it used to bother you. Like, let me tell y'all a story right quick. My baby daddy used to try to put everybody in my face, just do the most to try to get me out of my cast and make me feel some type of way. And I would laugh, you heard me? At first, I used to say stuff about it. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. At first, I used to say stuff about it. I used to go off and this and this and that. Nah, man, I could see dude out in public with somebody and just laugh, you heard me? But let me be out in public, he about to tear the whole city up. But that's just how it is. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how it is. People, listen. Somebody, you could be messing with somebody and they don't see your worth. They don't see your worth because they're distracted by everything around them. Okay? But you see, when you start being you and doing you, then guess what? They want to come around. They want to see your worth. They want to see this. They want to see that. They worried about the wrong things. You heard me? They worried about the wrong things. One thing, two things for sure I tell any woman. Don't stay stuck and stagnant in no heartbreak. Don't stay stuck and stagnant in no betrayal. Heal yourself. You heard me? Heal yourself. Because if you hold in resentment and hurt against somebody else, they still got power over you. And we ain't giving our power away. We standing in our power. We ain't giving our power away. Whatever they choose to do, I'm with whatever you with. I'm on whatever you on. You heard me? However you choose to move, that's how I'm moving. Y'all got to get there. Y'all got to get there within yourself. You heard me? Match every energy. You heard me? If they talking, you laughing. You heard me? You laughing all the way to the bank. Because while they so focused, worried about you, you getting your money. You getting your bag up. And they broke. They can't sit at your table. They can't even afford the stuff you putting on your table. But they watching you. They watching and worried about you instead of be watching and trying to provide for they self. They too busy trying to stop your money flow, but your money going to continue to flow because you're blessed. You don't bother nobody. You stay to yourself. You mind your own business. And what somebody else got going on ain't got nothing to do with you. And these people don't like that. because they want you to be messy. They want you to be miserable. They want you to be a part of their clique. They don't want you to be you. They want you to be somebody fake and phony, but all you know how to be is you. Don't tell nobody